Welcome fellow tabletop gamers to another episode of the Seeds of War's quick tutorial video series. If this is the first time that you're learning about this game, we have previous videos that introduce game elements that I recommend you go and watch first. As always, you can learn more about Seeds of Wars by purchasing the core rulebook and supporting the developers directly. You can find a link to their store below. Now, today we're going to dig deeper into a few things. First, let's talk about the courts and court levels for the leaders of each faction. Every faction has a court at their seat of power, which is typically but not always located in the capital city of a particular realm. It is from here that the faction leader typically holds meetings with their advisors and courtesans or hosts diplomatic events between other or multiple other factions. Every faction's court level typically starts at 1 and can be increased by a faction leader using a specific faction action known as an edict. This will increase the cost and maintenance of the court, but will also provide increased benefits. We'll go into that a little bit later. Like faction assets, a court cannot exceed the level of the county where it is located. Counties with expensive prestige locations offer modifiers to courts located within the county automatically, and for this reason provide the only exception to the max level rule. Besides representing a faction's level of prestige, court levels also provide more mechanical benefits. For one thing, during diplomacy rolls, the court level of the host faction can be used at the court host's whim to decrease or increase the difficulty of the roll needed to succeed. Another important benefit is that the current court level represents the maximum number of advisors a faction leader may have hired. Advisors are exceptionally useful. Advisors come with the ability to use one of the 5 faction skills and can also have their own action to be used at the faction leader's whim. One limitation to note is that a faction can only have 1 advisor of each faction type, meaning that in a game, for example, with order, faith, trade, magic, and culture faction types, a faction leader can only have 5 advisors. A faction leader can hire an advisor almost on the spot with a free action. They then determine which faction skill they have and how good they are at it from 1 to 5. How powerful this advisor is depending on the faction leader, but a skilled advisor will be more costly to hire and to keep paying on a seasonal basis. Even so, advisors are the quickest way for faction leaders to gain access to other skills and additional actions. Though an advisor can only act once per season, they can perform an action in place of the faction leader. The only limit here is that where a faction leader may learn additional faction skills over time, an advisor will always only have access to the one faction skill that they started with. Now, the final topic is probably the largest one: loyalty. First thing to know is that loyalty represents 2 things. First is the loyalty that citizens of a county feel towards different factions, including their sovereigns. The second form of loyalty represents the relationship that exists between factions, both on an official public view and a private one. The loyalty ranking from highest to lowest goes loyal, cooperative, aligned, unfavorable, and hostile. The loyalty the county citizens feel towards factions can be represented mechanically in modifications towards certain roles. Loyalty between factions works differently. There are 2 versions of loyalty that exists between 2 different factions: an unofficial one for the public to know, and an unofficial one that effectively exists between the factions' leaders. And that's all there is for today. So I hope you found it interesting. Let us know if you have any questions or comments about the game down below. And please like and subscribe if you want to get notified when we release another quick tutorial video for Seeds of Wars. And I hope everybody rolls well.